if you want to get rich realistically in your 20s, don't build a fucking business, all right? Because a business is going to keep you broke. A business, at the end of the day, is going to keep you broke, unhappy, depressed, and sad, right? And I know this is what a lot of people won't tell you. A lot of people on here are going to tell you, start a business, start a personal brand, do this, do this, do this. No. Okay, I'm 21. I've done about $1.5 million in sales. I've built a few businesses now, but that's not how I started. I started extremely poor, broke. I live in Australia. And that's a little bit about me, right? So great. So let's fucking get straight into it. I don't want to waste any fucking time. 65% of businesses in Australia fail. Why do these businesses fail, Nathaniel? Come here. Come here. Let's talk about it. 65% of businesses in Australia fail because the people that are building them don't actually want to be building them, right? Now, this is the harsh reality. When we do things that we don't want to do, we don't do it for long if we don't see results instantaneously. This is why you've probably been failing over and over and over and over and over again, right? Because you continue to try these things that you don't want to do. Let's be totally real for a second. What do you want? Let me guess. You want freedom, right? You want to be able to go to the bathroom without asking your boss, right? You want to be able to make money even on the weekends by not having to go to work, right? You want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, have decently okay views and live the life of your dreams. You want to be able to retire your partner. Is that what you want? Well, you don't need a business to do that, right? And the reason why a lot of businesses fail is because they think that in order to achieve their goals, they need to do that. So a business can be a personal brand online, maybe a fitness business or a drop shipping business or a reselling business or whatever it may be. You don't need to do that, right? Now, what you do need to do, now this is actually what you need to do. Instead of building a business, develop a skill. Now, I'm about to tell you how you're going to get rich as fuck. I'm going to tell you what I did. No bullshit. I'm not selling you anything. I don't want your fucking money. You keep it, all right? Don't build a business, develop a skill, because the skill will then develop the business in the future. And one of the other reasons why a lot of these businesses fail is because the people that are building them just don't have the skills that are necessary to be able to build a business. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you, building a business sucks. It does. It's hard. And it's a lot of pressure, right? I remember for one of my businesses, I was probably paying about 1,000 people and I was probably spending about $20,000 a month in just spending money for these guys, like giving money to them. I was always building websites. I was always putting out more videos. I was always doing this and this and this. I was posting on social media like 4 or 5 times a day to try and market for the business, right? There's technical issues. There's refunds. There's stress and headaches. And a lot of time. Now, one thing that people tell you is that time is money. That's bullshit. Time is greater than money. Right? Time is something that you're never going to get back. And this is something that you need to realize. Now, I'm about to read you a quote that you've heard before, but I'm actually going to tell you the full quote. Now, one of the biggest reasons why you're struggling is because you keep getting told things that are half-assed, right? You keep getting told half the thing without the full thing. So let me actually tell you something real quick, right? Okay, you ready? Have you probably heard jack of all trades, master of none, right? Have you heard that? You know, if you do like that, what that basically means, if you're a jack of all trades, master of none, that basically means that you love to do everything. You love to do this sport, this sport, this sport. You love this skill. You love this, and this, right? You're doing so much that you're not able to be successful at one thing. That's half the quote. Did you know that? That is half the quote. Now let me tell you the full quote. A jack of all trades is the master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Now I'm going to say that again. Now, I lived my whole entire life not knowing this full quote, and I'm about to tell you what it is. A jack of all trades is a master of none, right? But oftentimes better than a master of one. So why a lot of people fail in business and just trying to make money online in general is that they try and do one thing. So let's say, okay, I want to do drop shipping. I'm going to go build a drop shipping store, but you aren't able to be successful in that because you don't have the skill that's necessary to actually be compatible and make that go, right? So if you can learn the skill and learn a skill that will be able to make you money in this industry, in this niche, in this niche, in this niche, then in the future you will be able to build those businesses because you have those skills that you need, right? So what I'm saying is basically the people that are building businesses and things like that, they have no skills, right? They try and be the master of one, which is just building that dropshipping store, reselling that shoe. But they don't think about what they need to do beforehand, right? Become the master of none, right? Become the master of everything. Building a skill, learning the skill, sharpening the skill, making money with the skill, and then building the business, right? So what I did was, instead of building a business when I first started, because I tried over and over again, I probably spent about 5 years of my time, right? Wasted trying to build businesses that weren't working until I developed the skill of sales. Now, when I say sales, I don't mean sleazy salesman or car or door knocking or anything like that. I mean sales, right? And now this is again where something that you didn't know. Sales is in different categories. There's different foundations of sales. But I like what I say is, right, the first foundation, so the first pillar, the first block of sales is just communication. It's just communicating with another person. Because let's be honest, you're already doing sales, but you're not making any money. Now, what I'm about to say might hurt you, but it's the truth. If you're in retail, hospitality, whatever, so let's say you're selling shoes, you're selling groceries, you're selling burgers, you are in sales because there is a transaction happening. Whether you might be communicating to someone, whether you are making the thing, whatever it is, there is a transaction happening, right? So you are in reality probably making the business that you work for tens of thousands of dollars every single day or every single week, when you're literally getting pennies. You are getting pennies compared to what you make in the business, right? This was the kicker for me. This is what really pissed me off. I was working in sales before this, and I was selling phone plans and stuff like that in Australia at some of the biggest phone companies, right? Telstra and Optus. And I was making the company, I'll put a screenshot here, anywhere from like $4,000 to $10,000 every single day. But I was making $48,000 a year. I was making the company $48,000 in a matter of a week. So I had the skills. I was already selling. I already had that first pillar, which was communicating, but I was just rowing in the wrong boat. Now, this is what you're probably doing. You've got the skill set already. You've already got the first pillar of sales, right? You don't need to know how to sell and all these sales techniques or whatever. You just need to know how to communicate to an extent. Now, this can be communicating on your phone or on call or in person, but mostly on the phone, right? That's the first pillar. You already have that skill. So you can actually take that and then use that and then just go online and then make a fuck ton more money with the same skill set you have. That's what I did. I did about $170,000 for the year. I'll put up a screenshot right there. And I was making, as an average, about $23,000, $26,000 a month. Pop a screenshot right there. I learned the skill of sales. I already had the skill. I realized I wasn't getting paid enough. So I went online. I started typing up, how can I make money, blah, blah, blah. And I came across appointment setting. And all that is basically you will be booking appointments, so booking calls for a business that is already running, right? So I like to use online coaches, for example. There are online coaches online, so on Instagram. They might be fitness, dating, e-commerce, business, whatever. They've already got a business and a personal brand, right? But the one thing that they do like is time, something that you have a lot of, which means that they don't have time to be sending messages to every single person every single day. So they hire you, an appointment setter, to go onto their Instagram page and send messages for them and book calls. So all you're doing is literally sending messages, asking questions, and then by the end of that conversation, you're saying, hey, I would love to talk more on the phone. Your job is done. You move on to the next person. The person that you book in for the call will have that sales call with the coach, because again, you're not up to that second foundation pillar yet. You're not actually selling. And if the person buys the coach's program, you're going to make anywhere from 5 to 10%, which on average is about $500 to $1,000 every single time, right? So that's the first pillar. Now, the second pillar is actually becoming the person that takes the calls, right? So the first pillar is sending the messages, having the conversation on your phone. You don't need a personal brand. You don't need to show your face or anything. You move over to the second pillar when you're comfortable. That's when you actually start to learn sales, right? That's when you're talking to people. That's when, instead of messaging on the phone, you're actually the one taking the calls, right? And every single time, let's say you do the same thing. So let's say there's a coach, they're super busy, so they can't send messages or take calls, right? So they hire an appointment setter to send the messages and booking calls, and then they hire a sales closer like you to actually take the calls. Yep. Do you want to buy my program? Yep. It's $10,000. Okay, here's the payment link. Bam. You've just made the coach $10,000, and you're probably going to make anywhere from 10 to 15% of that, which can be like almost $2,000, right? Probably more every single sale, right? So that's the first and the second pillar. Now, the third pillar is actually putting those things into building your business, but that will come in time, right? But that is what you need to do. Don't build a business. Don't start a personal brand if you don't want to, because you don't have to. Learn the skill. Well, sharpen the skill because you've already got the skill, but sharpen the skill. Start rowing in the right boat, not the wrong boat. Start doing the things that you know that you should be doing, and you'll make a lot of money, right? A lot of money. I got videos on my YouTube of me kind of literally showing you step-by-step appointment setting and things like that, so I won't get into that, but that is why you shouldn't start a business. That is exactly what I would do again if I was to start from scratch today. I would do the same thing, and then I would become a millionaire in 2 years, right? Exactly like how I did, right? So do those things, make a fuck ton of money. If you have any questions, drop them below, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. See you then, fucker.